Okay, the next thing we're going to take a look at is the homepage carousel. First of all, let's just take a quick sneak peek at what it is. It's this image slider right here. And so basically it's featured articles that the user can scroll through, or even if they were just looking at the page, they will scroll automatically. As you can see, right. Oh, after I've clicked it, it won't do that any longer. So if I reload the page, you'll see that they'll slide automatically. And then you also have this little tab here. If you click the featured stories tab, you'll get a little shelf of all the featured articles that you have listed. So I only have 2 right here. So if there was 12, they would all be listed here with thumbnails. So that's that. Let's go back to the theme options and take a look at how we can control the carousel. So the first thing is we can control whether or not it shows, and that's just with this checkbox right here. If you feel that you don't want to show the carousel at all on your blog, just uncheck it, click Save All Changes, and then you will see it disappears. Okay, so I'm going to show it again. You'll see it'll come back. Magic. Okay, so the next thing is choosing which category shows the post. So in most of my blog packages, and even the ones that I create for myself, I usually have a featured articles category. I just find it easy to organize that way. You don't have to do that. You can change the category to whatever you want, or you can rename featured articles category, do whatever you want really. But in this case, the default right now is an actual category named featured articles. So that's the one I have chosen. Like I said, choose whichever one you want. So next is how many entries you want from this category to appear in the carousel. So right now I have 2, and that's that. You can see you just drop down the menu and choose however many you want. The next in the list is whether or not you want to exclude posts. So what this means is if I have chosen 2 featured articles from the featured articles category, I don't want these entries to, well, if I don't want them to appear down here below the slider, then I would click this, have it checked. If I do want them to appear below in that section, then I would uncheck it, click Save All Changes, and I'll show you the difference. Scroll down a little bit and you'll see they appear right here. So if you're wondering why they're down here, it's because this is set to appear by date, and this just happens to be in the order that I created these particular articles. So going back to the theme options, if I choose to not show them in below the slider, check it again, save all changes, and you'll see they'll disappear. They only appear in the slider now. So the next thing is the slider fade and the content fade. Now the content is actually the title right here. So you see, I'll just give it a second and let you see it fade in. You see how the title fades there for a second? Now if I uncheck that, save all changes, reload, now let's watch it. Now it just kind of slides up instead of fades as well. So that's all that is. Now the slider fade is the same thing. It's whether when the image slides, whether you have a little bit of a fade effect or not. That's all that is. And then down below, you also get to control how fast the slide and the fade is. So this is in milliseconds. So basically 1000 is 1 second. So this is 6 seconds. Same with the content slide and fade speed. And so you have the slide and fade speed, the slide and fade auto start time. Basically, the best thing you can do is, I personally like how everything works, how everything looks visually, how it is by default. But you know, you can play around with it, change these settings, and reload and see what you like best, and then just save, but and leave it how you like it. But the last thing here is the carousel height. So this is going to look awful, but just to show you quickly, let's change that from, this is in pixels, so right now it's at 270. If I was to change it to 400, it will stretch out and not look that great, but just showing you what it does. So that would be like that. So sometimes on blogs I make it a little smaller. So let's say I made it 220 instead of 270. Then save all changes and give you another look. That's how it would look. So I like it to kind of match this sometimes. I'm a little picky about things, so sometimes I do things like that. Anyway, those are the homepage carousel settings in the theme options.